call me Bisshhh, 'tis I, Cloyce, aka Manny Bish, over on Instagram. And today we are going to be doing a little metallic type mani. I feel like this is definitely could be a vibe for Valentine's Day, but at the same time, you don't have to wear it for Valentine's Day. It's just like a very girly, cutesy type mani. But this is, I don't know. I liked that it was close to Valentine's Day for this mani too. But again, not necessarily specifically for. So I'm using Cozy Weather from Madam Glam, and this is a magnetic or a cat eye gel polish. However, you're going to see me here in a second on my middle finger here try and do some cat eye, and I wasn't really feeling the vibe, and I liked when it stayed completely glittery, like all over the nail, versus just the cat eye effect. So I decided against using the magnet, which you're going to see me just, I don't know. It wasn't a vibe for me for this situation. And at the end of the nail art and video, I was so happy that I decided to just go full no magnet. So I just dispersed the glitters again, just went back over it with the brush and what was on the brush. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to use the magnet. I'm just applying 2 coats like this. So right now we're doing the first one. I had to take a yawn pause. So anyways, something about talking, and then when I do my voiceovers, for some reason I talk faster, and I can talk fast in person, but I don't feel like I actually do talk quite this fast, and it makes me lose oxygen to my brain. It makes me yawn. So anywho, yeah, this is that. And so we're just going to do this one coat. I'm going to cure for 90 seconds. In my light, I like to go more on the longer side of curing just to be safe, even if it is a light color. If it's a dark color, I will double cure 90 seconds. So I will do 180 seconds. So 3 whole minutes just to be on the safe side, because under-cured gel polish terrifies me. So I just try to avoid it at all costs. So 90 seconds in the light. Then we will come back for round 2. Same thing. You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of this. To put a layer of just this on the way that I'm doing it and cure it. And then for the second coat, try and do the cat eye effect. Because then you'd still have some of that shimmer underneath. But then the cat eye would... Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. I'm going to have to try that. And I will report back. I will make a video, a short, or something, and report back, because I need to know now. It just makes sense in my mind. And yeah. So anyways, that was an idea thrown about out there. So now we're going in with round 2. Again, same exact thing. No magnet situations happening here. We are just doing full shimmer. I love this as a full shimmer, honestly. It's just the perfect kind of muted pink, like a blush rose kind of color. It's just, I don't know, to me is very pretty, and I really like it for my skin tone too. It's not, I don't know, it's just, it's perfect. I feel like this color is just chef's kiss on the pink shimmer metallic-y side of things. And so when I'm done with this, we are going to get into the nail art, which I am very excited about because I'm kind of hopping in on a trend. But again, with the whole pink thing, and one of my nails is would just be perfect for Valentine's Day. I don't know. It's a very subtle, again, with the Valentine's Day thing. I don't know. Y'all choose. But I would wear this mani probably even somewhere in the late summer. I would wear this because it's just giving summer vibes, but maybe a transition into something. Anyways, So I'm starting with this gel stuff, and I'm just creating this like abstract circular oval situation, curving. Like, I want it to look kind of shaky. I don't want it to be perfect because I want it to have texture to it and I want it to have character. You know, I don't want it to just be simple and everything. I want it to have character. So I am just doing like this. Some parts of it are thick, some of it are thinner, and that's what I'm going for. And I was going for it to be a little raised too, not completely settle on the nail. And then for my index finger, we're going to do those little flash star things. What are they called? Reflective star? I don't know. Whatever these things are called. If you know what they're called, because I always mess up on this situation. I don't know what they're called. Comment below. Anyways, I'm just starting with a little dot from my dotting tool and then dragging 4 points out. One to the top, one to the bottom, one to the left, one to the right. And that's literally that. And for this finger, I'm using my dotting tool to create 2 dots right next to each other. I'm going to bring them together at a point at the bottom to get that heart shape situation going. And I'm just going to try and like perfect it or get it to the actual like shape that I'm wanting from there. Just kind of filling it out, making it thicker, thinner, all the things until I feel like it's what I want, essentially. So I didn't actually. I didn't have to start over on this heart. I thought I was going to, but I actually fixed it fairly decently. However, at one point, I did have to wipe off, which you'll see in a little bit, this thing that I did at the top that I didn't really like, and I had to wipe that off. And I guess when I flash cured the heart, it didn't really, well, it was just a flash cure, but it still, the metallic wasn't cured enough, so I ended up wiping just like the top layer of it. So I did end up having to go back on top of it with a second layer, which I don't show, but I digress. So there's that. So I'm doing the same exact thing on my pinky that I did on my thumb, but this one is, of course, more elongated and thinner. I'm just going with the shape, more or less, of the nail when it comes to those thingies, whatever loops you want to call them. And so for this finger, I am creating one of those same littler stars on the index finger, but I'm creating it to span the whole nail. And so I put one big dot in the center of my nail, and then I'm just separating it outwards from there. Trying really hard to also blend the center dot into the point so it's not just like so raggedy or like rigid. I want it to like blend on the sides into the center, if that makes sense. I hope. I don't know. And so, again, I am just doing that across the whole nail. And I am flash curing each nail in between. And so this is what I've got at this point. And I was like, something's missing. Something's just missing. And so it was on my ring finger. That's where I pinpointed the missing situation. And so right above that heart in the middle of my nail, I am just going to add a little flame. I have not done flames. Out of the 3 years that I've been doing nails, I have never once done a flame. And so this was a little tricky for me. I had to start over once, but I ended up getting it. And so this is the second attempt that I did. And just rounding out the edges, making one side a little shorter than the other to really get that whole flame texture to it, and thinning it out towards the top. And that is really that. And I'm going to use my Madame Glam top coat for this. And this is a tacky base or tacky top coat. It has a tacky layer. There you go. It's a tacky layer top coat. So you do have to use alcohol when you are done to completely get that tacky layer away and be left with your shiny situation. If you touch that tacky top coat, before you wipe the alcohol away, you will be stuck with fingerprints or marks or smudges or anything like that. So be sure to not touch your nails after you're done curing until you wipe that tacky layer off. That is pretty much the only advice I can give you on that, is do not touch your nails once you pull them out of the light. Go straight in with alcohol and wipe those suckers off. And so for this, again, I do cure for the 90 seconds. I just better safe than sorry, right? So no allergic reactions or anything like that happening. No weird, because if you've ever had, I have had it happen once, where it didn't cure all the way through. The top, it creates like a shell. The top layer will be cured, but then when you, like me, I use peel base. So when I peeled it off, it was still wet and gooey on the underneath side. So you don't want that. You don't want a shell. You want everything to be completely hardened and set all the way through. So better safe than sorry, so I cure longer. And this is me, doing the things. And ta-da! Here's my Manny, you guys. I love this. I was so happy that I went out of my comfort zone. I did some crazy abstract. I can't even say out of my comfort zone. I haven't been like in an artistic situation lately, but this is my Manny and I love it. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Bye, Bisshhh!